In our modern world, we are often taught that being busy is a badge of honor. We run from one task to another, checking our phones, answering emails, and trying to keep up with an endless to-do list. We have normalized the feeling of being tired all the time. This constant state of doing affects our health, our mood, and our ability to actually enjoy our lives. However, there is a different way to live. Instead of seeing rest as a reward that you only get after all your work is done, you should see it as the foundation. Without rest, everything else eventually falls apart. Learning to be gentle with yourself is not about being lazy. It is about being wise enough to know that your body and mind need stillness to function at their best. Many people find it very difficult to do nothing. When we try to sit still, we feel an immediate sense of discomfort. Our minds start racing with thoughts of what we should be doing instead. This is because we have been trained to believe that stillness is a waste of time. But the truth is that doing nothing can be the most productive thing you do for yourself. Health experts point out that most adults need at least 7 hours of sleep to function properly. When we ignore this, our bodies suffer and we become less kind to ourselves and others. By creating margins in your life, little pockets of open time between your appointments, you give yourself room to breathe. These margins act like a safety net. When something unexpected happens, you don't have a crisis because you actually have the time and energy to handle it. To start this journey, you must give yourself permission to pause. This feels like a radical act because society constantly pushes us to do more. The best way to begin is by making rest a priority in your schedule. Instead of trying to fit rest into the gaps left over by work, try scheduling your rest first. You can start very small. Even 5 minutes of intentional quiet can make a huge difference. If 5 minutes feels like too much, start with just 1 minute or a single deep breath. The goal is to build a habit of stopping. You should also communicate your needs to the people around you. Letting others know when you are taking a break is not selfish. It is actually helpful. It prevents interruptions and helps everyone understand your boundaries. Creating a physical space for rest can also make the process much easier. You might put together a small rest kit that includes things like a comfortable pillow, an eye mask, or noise-canceling headphones. When these items are easy to find and kept in a specific spot, you are much more likely to actually use them. The idea is to remove any friction that might stop you from taking a break. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. Real change happens through small, consistent steps. Adding just 1 minute of rest to your routine each week can lead to a lasting transformation over time. Daily rituals are another powerful way to bring a sense of calm to your life. These don't have to be complicated or expensive. For example, the way you start your morning sets the tone for the entire day. Instead of looking at your phone as soon as you wake up, you could try a simple 3-2-1 method. Take 3 deep breaths, think of 2 things you are grateful for, and set 1 intention for the day. This takes less than 60 seconds, but it creates a peaceful buffer between your sleep and the demands of the world. You can also use the transitions between tasks as moments for micro rest. When you finish one task and start another, pause for 3 breaths. This helps you let go of the energy from the last task so you can start the next one with a clear mind. Your environment plays a big role in how you feel. You can create sensory anchors in your home or office. This could be a specific scent from a candle, a soft blanket, or a piece of calm music. When you engage your senses this way, it sends a signal to your nervous system that it is safe to relax. Digital boundaries are also essential. Our screens are designed to keep us stimulated, which makes it hard for our brains to shut down. Trying a digital sunset where you put away all screens at a certain time each evening can help your body prepare for natural, deep sleep. For some people, the idea of sitting still is actually stressful. If you have a restless personality, you might find traditional meditation very difficult. The good news is that rest doesn't always have to be stationary. Movement meditations, like yoga or taking a slow walk, can be just as effective. When you walk mindfully, you focus on the feeling of your feet hitting the ground and the sensation of the air on your skin. This keeps your mind in the present moment without requiring you to sit perfectly still. If your mind is racing with too many thoughts, try a brain dump. Keep a notebook nearby and write down everything that is worrying you. Once it is on paper, your brain feels like it can let go of the thought because it won't be forgotten. Spending time in nature is another excellent way to restore your energy. Even just looking at trees, listening to birds, or watching clouds move can regulate your nervous system. Nature has a way of being irregular and calm at the same time, which is very healing for a busy human brain. Whether you prefer silence or background noise, the key is to find what works for your specific personality. Some people need a little bit of activity to feel mentally still, and that is perfectly okay. Ultimately, being gentle with yourself will actually make you more productive, but in a different way. We often think that productivity means doing as many things as possible. In reality, gentle productivity is about doing the right things well. By understanding your own energy cycles, you can do your hardest work when you feel most alert and save simpler tasks for when you feel tired. Trying to do too many things at once, or multitasking, actually drains your energy and leads to mistakes. Focusing on one thing at a time allows you to work with more presence and care. Gentle productivity also means letting go of the need to be perfect. Perfectionism often leads to procrastination and burnout. Instead of focusing on what you didn't finish, take a moment at the end of the day to acknowledge what you did accomplish. When you treat yourself with kindness and ensure you are well rested, you bring more quality and clarity to everything you do. Rest is not an escape from life. It is the very thing that allows you to engage with life more deeply. By choosing to be gentle, you are choosing a path of sustainable happiness and true success.